At this time, I'm going to go ahead and place you under a private person's arrest under ORS 133.225. You actually don't get a trial. I have a Second Amendment.
Do you want to come back tomorrow and cooperate with me, or do you want to go to jail?
Welcome back to the Balion channel, guys. Today we head to Ontario, Oregon for a video titled Judge Arrested with Citizen's Arrest, Treason, Terrorism, Extortion, Deprivation of Rights, Conspiracy, where a sovereign citizen who clearly struggled to put a coherent video title together there tries to represent himself and performs one of the cringiest citizen's arrests ever. Right, let's get into the video.
This right here is a 6-page criminal complaint. Federal, concerning, first I'm doing citizen's arrest, and then I'm going to arrest people on all of those. Extortion, deprivation of rights under color of law, conspiracy against rights, treason, domestic terrorism, and conspiracy to attempt murder. Yeah, you got to do something about it, otherwise. All right, cool. Thank you.
So in other words, the judge didn't buy your bullshit laws don't apply to me argument, but now you're going to use those same exact laws to arrest the judge, or try to. Isn't that a tiny bit hypocritical?
See that plug? So I'm fair, I'm okay to go through it because it's not going to buzz me.
Now, what is the point of having a metal detector if one, it's not plugged in, and two, even if it was, it looks like no security guards or law enforcement are on duty anyway? Come on, Ontario, get your finger out. Anyone could walk in that courthouse with anything.
And these signs are something else, aren't they? Now, I filmed in this courtroom before, and they tried to stop me. But I threatened them with citizen's arrest. This sign over here says persons and parcels entering courtroom are subject to search. That's not true. It's a Fourth Amendment violation. No search or seizure without a warrant signed by a judge based on an injured complainant's sworn statement of damages, which just cannot occur for this.
You guys always conveniently leave out the part of the Fourth Amendment where it says unreasonable search and seizure. I wonder why that is. Also, I'm willing to bet those signs are there as a result of your previous conduct. Also, I see you accept the authority of the judge when it comes to him or her signing a warrant, but not when it comes to a sign pertaining to a reasonable search before entering the courtroom.
All right. Please be seated. Okay, next let's take up State of Oregon versus Kennedy Walker, case number 24CR0709. Are you recording right now, Mr. Walker?
Oh, I don't answer questions pursuant to the Fifth Amendment.
How am I supposed to? You don't have to answer. I'm not asking you questions regarding the crime. I'm asking you the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution offers you the right to remain silent against any kind of criminal prosecution or any kind of investigation.
Are you providing me legal advice?
No, there's a comment that you have to ask.
Okay.
A guy who misinterprets the Fourth Amendment, intentionally or not, doesn't know when or how to assert his Fifth Amendment rights either. What a surprise.
So, are you recording right now?
Oh, I don't answer questions pursuant to the Fifth. I will go ahead and invoke my Fourth Amendment right to be secure in my property and my First Amendment right to freedom of press, though.
Now, we're going to get through this right if you don't have to. Are you waiving counsel?
I am.
Okay. Did you fill out the waiver of counsel form?
You should have it, don't you? Do you not have it?
Okay. You're answering my questions right now.
Now that's a good point, but they never actually mean it when they say, I don't answer questions. It's just a weak and obvious attempt to get out of answering difficult or inconvenient questions, as proven by this weak answer he gives in response, which is also him answering questions, by the way.
I'm in charge of what I answer. I hold my own counsel, so I'll decide.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You have an electronic device that's beeping on your chest. You're not allowed under rules to record during the court proceedings. I don't know if you're recording or not. If you want to answer my question, we are going to reset this till tomorrow, so you need to come back tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and you shall have no devices on you of any kind that could potentially be recorded.
Okay.
And you do not hold you in account.
As you can see, he's not listening to a word the judge is saying. He's not there to take this seriously at all. All he really cares about is performing the little speech he came here to do. So let the cringe commence.
At this time, I'm going to go ahead and place you under a private person's arrest under ORS 133.225. I'm including in this federal criminal complaint extortion, deprivation of rights under color of law, conspiracy against rights, treason, domestic terrorism, and conspiracy to attempt murder under RICO. At this time, deprive me of my First Amendment right to counsel.
Not at all. You're welcome to apply for an attorney or hire an attorney.
Well,
you told me you didn't want one.
I'm already placing you under arrest for treason.
Okay, first of all, you can't waive counsel, then cry and say you're being deprived of your right to counsel, which comes under the 6th Amendment, not the 1st, by the way. Yet another constitutional amendment you don't understand. And secondly, I would normally say, why is this judge listening to this nonsense and not holding him in contempt? But I think he's enjoying this as much as me, to be honest.
Treason is actually, because treason is something that enemy combatants do during wartime, you actually don't get a trial. So from this point forward, you will no longer hold the bench anywhere because traitors are not allowed in public service.
Wow, if this guy isn't one of the biggest wannabe tyrants you've ever seen, I don't know what is. Not only does he want to charge the judge with treason, among other things, he doesn't even get to defend himself, even though by his arbitrary definition, he should get a trial because the US is not at war. And he has the nerve to call this a kangaroo court.
At this time, I'm placing you under arrest. I would like to get a bailiff to transfer custody of Judge Hung, and then I would also like him to contact a federal agent to transfer custody.
Mr. Walker, you can tell me you're under arrest already. I'm giving you 2 options.
Pursuant to ORS 133.225, a private person may arrest another person for any crime committed in the presence of the private person. If the private person has probable cause to believe the arrested person committed the crime, I do have that. A private person making such an arrest shall, without unnecessary delay, take the arrested person before a magistrate or deliver the arrested person to a peace officer. Is there a magistrate here to deal with this?
No, but there is something called contempt of court the judge can utilise to put a stop to your insane ramblings, which I wish he would use.
Right in front of you. That's me.
No. You will never sit the bench again because you've been accused of treason, and you don't get a trial because we're at war.
I'm going to give you 2 options right now. Option number 1 is you come back tomorrow without any kind of potential recording device, and we can complete this process. Option number 2 is I can find you in contempt for inability to complete this process.
You're not a judge, and in fact, you're in my custody.
So which option would you like to go with?
At this time, I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
You're not a judge. You're in my custody. Oh, and by the way, I invoke my Fifth Amendment rights. Now, those are the words of a man who has completely lost the plot.
Let me ask you this. If I let you leave now, will you come back tomorrow 1 o'clock without me?
Why can't we do it now? It's pretty obvious that I'm competent counsel for myself.
Now, if that statement isn't the epitome of the Dunning-Kruger effect, I don't know what is. The cognitive bias is off the charts with this guy. Also, in your reality, such as it is, how can the hearing continue when not 2 minutes ago you arrested the judge and declared him a traitor? Or did you conveniently forget that part?
Because of the device that you won't ask. If it's not a recording device, that's fine. But you're not allowed to record during the process. So again, and if you don't want to answer the question about the recording device, fine. But the more you not to have any device on me tomorrow. So do you want to do this tomorrow, or do you want to?
You're no longer a judge. You've been arrested for treason. You don't get a trial. You are guilty under wartime rules already.
So in other words, all the judges' rights have been cancelled, because reasons, and your First, Fourth, Fifth, Sixth and 14th Amendment rights have been violated because you say so. How convenient.
I need you to understand that I'm unable to complete these proceedings right now because you don't answer my questions. Or I'm giving you an opportunity to come back tomorrow. Which would you like to do?
At this time, I'm placing you under arrest under Oregon ORS 133.225. The charges include extortion, deprivation of rights under color of law, conspiracy against rights, treason, domestic terrorism, and conspiracy to attempt murder under RICO.
I'm going to give you one more chance, Mr. Bell.
The fact that you felt the need to restate your arguments again shows just how ineffective and weak it is. Hence why the judge, someone who has earned their place on the bench, ignored it and gave you one last chance to comply.
I'm ordering you to take this man into custody. I'm going to transfer custody. Are you the sergeant? Are you the ranking officer here?
Yes.
I am going to transfer custody to you. I need you to contact a federal agent, and this is the federal criminal complaint outlining all of his charges.
I'm going to try to work with you as much as possible, Mr. Bell. I'm going to give you another chance to come back tomorrow.
I'm ready to proceed with the hearing today, and I'm here today, and I'm handicapped, so I'm not going to be going through a whole bunch of unnecessary and extra steps, because that's not equal protection under the law, which is my 14th Amendment requirement. I am guaranteed equal protection under the law. That means that I don't have 10 hearings. I have the same amount of hearings as what's standard. I'm here ready to talk about whatever you want. You're the one refusing. And honestly, I'm going to tack on a disrupting my business estate charge if you do that.
Dude, I think if you're trying to, in quotes, charge a judge with extortion, deprivation of rights, conspiracy against rights, treason, domestic terrorism, and attempted murder, a charge for disrupting my business estate, whatever that's supposed to be, is not really the threat you think it is. Also, you can't use your right to equal protection under the law as an argument when you're the one sabotaging it.
Even though you're willing to talk about anything I want, is that a recording device?
I don't answer questions pursuant to my 5th Amendment right.
Talking about anything I want? Well, yeah. I'm trying to make this, Mr. Walker. I'm going to hold you in contempt 30 days custody.
Your Honor, who's the complainant?
There is no complainant.
Exactly. I have a 4th Amendment right not to be seized without a warrant. I need a federal agent here to deal with this federal complaint. There is no complainant. Lawyers, you guys know there's no complainant. That means I cannot be seized without a warrant. You cannot get a warrant unless you have an injured complainant that is going to sign a statement of damages. You don't have that for the original case. So this original case is not legitimate in any way. There's no complainant. And I actually moved to suppress the warrant because it's illegal on those grounds. And I also moved to dismiss the case because there's no warrant, there's no complainant. And I have a right to face my accuser. That'll be a 6th Amendment right. And there is no accuser. There is no crime. I've never been accused of a crime. You don't, your charging document doesn't even have a complainant listed or anything.
All soft-sit BS talking points. I'm assuming the charges in this case are related to the tagless vehicle you drive around town, in which case the state, i.e. the people of Oregon, are considered the accuser, whether you like it or not.
It's not my charge. I'm holding you in contempt. Okay, I'll give you one more chance. You want to try this again tomorrow without a recording device, or am I going to continue to hold you in contempt?
Under duress, I will go ahead. I mean, hold on a second. You're saying I'm going to jail no matter what?
No. I'll give you a chance to come back tomorrow if you come back without any devices and cooperate with me tomorrow.
And I will agree to that under duress.
Okay, so come back tomorrow. I'm not going to hold you in contempt. No devices, nothing that beeps or shines or they could possibly record. And then we're going to go over.
What about my? Do I have a 4th Amendment right to be secure in my property? Can't I have whatever property I?
You cannot take whatever property you want wherever you want. 4th Amendment right is to protect you from taking your property.
But isn't this a public trial?
Can't bring a gun in here. That's your property.
Well, this is public property, and I have a Second Amendment, so actually...
Do you want to come back tomorrow and cooperate with me, or do you want to go to jail? Let me know the appearance of it.
Well, if you're asking me what I want, I'd rather proceed right now, but I certainly don't want to go to jail, so I will come back tomorrow if that's the only option available.
Well, that's not the only option. You know the other one, but I think it's a better option.
Right.
So we're going to try this again tomorrow. I need you to cooperate with me. I'm not trying to throw you in jail if I don't have to, but I have to get through this hearing. So we'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and I need you to not have any devices. And just answer my questions. I'm not charging you with anything. The state's charging you with a crime. I just need to get through it to get your case moving on, okay?
I understand, Your Honor. I appreciate your sympathy.
Okay.
I understand, Your Honour, says the guy who consistently proved otherwise in this video. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave this one, guys. No video or update from the next day's hearing as of yet. So he either complied with the judge's order, or he's in jail on contempt charges because he didn't. I will, of course, drop any updates in the description. Right, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you also to my channel members and patrons for your continued support. I really appreciate it. And if you would like to support me and get early access to videos like this, then the links to do all that are in the description. Right, take care all, and I will catch up with you in the next video.